Welcome back, boys. Today we have one from China Social Trends. $280 million CEO pretends to be poor for true love, leaves the women ashamed. Let's check it out.
In 2014, a cement king worth 2 billion yuan, approximately $280 million, quietly participated in a dating show. This middle-aged man dressed simply and looked ordinary. When stepping onto the stage, he got straight to the point. I come from a background as a construction worker. People jokingly call me the Cement King. My job is both dirty and tiring, but the salary is decent. I can earn 400 to 500 yuan, about 55 to 70 USD per day. If I only take 2 days off a month, I can earn up to 15,000 yuan, about 2,100 US dollars. As for the future, I hope to lead my own team and establish a renovation and interior decoration company. I'm almost 40 years old now. I hope to find an honest and hard-working woman so the two of us can strive together, pursue our dreams together, and take care of my elderly parents together. Thank you, everyone. When his self-introduction ended, many female guests immediately turned off their lights. One of them laughed scornfully and said, "Construction work is dirty and smelly, and the pay isn't high. Working hard every day like that, and still not earning much money, yet dreaming of opening a renovation company? That's just daydreaming. And on top of that, you want someone else to take care of your parents? Tell me, are you here to find love, or to find a free nanny?" Many other women nodded in agreement. Hearing that, the male guest looked slightly angry, but only smiled in a plain, sincere way. "I'm not asking you to take care of them for free. I will hand over my entire monthly salary for you to manage. I also have savings. My daily expenses are low. Just giving me 800 yuan, 110 USD, per month is enough. Besides, my parents raised me with great difficulty. Now they're old, and I'm busy with work. What's wrong with helping take care of them a little?" Seeing that scene, not only the women on stage, but even some in the audience began whispering among themselves. One woman said, "Why would someone like that go on a dating show? Where did he get the courage? He should just go find a nanny through a domestic agency." Then, one female guest immediately stood up to argue back. Was it easy for his parents to raise him? Is it easy for any parents to raise children? His parents are old now. Won't my parents grow old too? I'm also an only daughter, and I have the responsibility to care for my parents too. That just means we're not a match. After saying that, she turned off her light. The male guest still didn't show any embarrassment or awkwardness from being rejected. He humbly replied, "It's okay. You have your own difficulties. I understand." Then he turned to ask the woman next to him, "May I ask, girl number 11, what do you think of me?" Girl number 11 neither rushed nor acted cold, but asked in a bored tone, "What is your level of education? Why would you choose a job that's both dirty and exhausting like construction work?" The man answered honestly, "My family was poor since I was a child. I was a late-born child to my parents, who never left the mountain village in their lives. It was very hard for them to raise me. After completing 9 years of compulsory education, I didn't study further. I went out to work, but people said I was too young, didn't have a degree or any skills, so I could only do manual labor at construction sites. Tiling, bricklaying, carpentry. As long as it paid, I did it. Later, I refused to accept a mediocre life. I saved up a little to self-study for the university entrance exam, but I had been away from school for too long and couldn't catch up, so I gave up." Before girl number 11 could respond, a blunt female guest interrupted, "Sorry, I know you've had a hard life, but I've grown up in a big city since I was little. Maybe we're not from the same social class and don't share any common ground." Unexpectedly, the man, who had maintained a calm attitude until now, could no longer hold back and got angry. "I wasn't talking to you. Why are you butting in? I admit I don't have much education, but this is a democratic society. Out of 360 professions, any one of them can produce excellence. Right now, I'm a cement worker, but that doesn't mean I'll always be one. What gives you the right to look down on my profession? Yes, I'm a cement worker, dirty and smelly. But who says I don't have an interesting soul? You say there's nothing to talk about with me. I have nothing to say to you either. I have my own plans and ideals. In the future, I plan to open my own renovation company and start a business. Do you really not respect the work I do? May I ask? What do you do for a living? The male guest asked. The female guest was not
OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
one to back down and sharply responded, I'm not looking down on your job, but you're like a tractor, just not suited for city life. You're simply not a match for the urban environment. I work as a liquor sales promoter in a bar. Although the base salary isn't high, if I meet generous customers who order a lot of drinks, the commission is quite considerable. Just one of my Cartier bracelets
Bar girl. Are you kidding me?
costs 20,000 to 30,000 yuan, approximate. 2,800 to 4,200 US dollars, which is already equivalent to 2 months of your salary. After saying that, she immediately turned off her light, not giving the male guest any chance to respond. Hearing this, the male guest was extremely angry and snapped back. My job may not be as glamorous as yours, but I came here today to find a girlfriend. I didn't expect that you came here to find someone rich. You're willing to spend 1 or 2 months of my salary just to buy luxury goods and dress yourself up. With that kind of spending, I truly can't keep up. My salary may not be much, but it's money earned with my own 2 hands. Clean, honest, not stolen, not cheated. What gives you the right to look down on my profession? He continued, looking at your luxurious clothes and your full makeup. Who knows what kind of people you associate with on the outside, or what kind of person you really are on the inside? You say there's nothing to talk about with me. I also have nothing to say to you. I have my own plans and ideals. In the future, I want to open my own renovation company and start a business. Seeing that the tension on stage was rising, the host quickly stepped in to ease the situation. You said you want to open a renovation company. May I ask how long you expect it will take before it becomes a reality and starts turning a profit? The male guest replied honestly, right now, I haven't saved enough. I might need to work another 1 or 2 years and then borrow some capital. As for profitability, I've been in this industry for many years. I understand the whole process, and I already have a certain customer base. Once the company is up and running, making a profit is only a matter of time. At that moment, another female guest raised a question. You say you don't have enough capital to start your company, yet you're looking for a girlfriend. If it leads to marriage, then when are you planning to buy a house or a car? The male guest responded, at the moment, I don't plan to buy a house or a car. I'll wait until my career is stable and then make those decisions. After hearing that, several more female guests turned off their lights. The host stepped in again to smooth the atmosphere. You say you're not planning to buy a house or a car just yet. In your view, how long will it take for your career to succeed? You should at least give everyone some kind of promise, so they have something to believe in. The male guest answered, at least 5 years. But as long as the company does well, things like a house or a car, years. But as long as the company does well, things like a house or a car won't be a problem anymore. At this point, only one female guest still had her light on. She spoke up. Anyone can dream and talk big. You're already nearly 40 years old, and now you say you need another 5 years to work hard. That's just a slim ray of hope. I advise you to become successful first, then come back to find a girlfriend. That would be better for both sides. Besides, if I marry you, I'd have to take care of your elderly parents as well. That really isn't fair to any woman." After saying that, she too turned off her light. By now, all 24 female guests had turned off their lights. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one who stayed by your side in the end. As the familiar tune played, it became clear that this episode wasn't meant for that young man either. No one wanted to commit to someone who only spoke of dreams but held nothing in his hands. Just when everyone thought the show was over, a shocking twist left the entire studio stunned. The host revealed the man's true identity. He really did start as a cement worker, but that was only the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey. Through self-study and with the rapid growth of the real estate industry, his small renovation company transformed and successfully won a bid for a piece of land. That piece of land was later rezoned by the city government as part of an economic development plan. Today, that very area has become the city's most expensive central business district. The real estate project he invested in and developed there is now worth over 2 billion yuan, approximately $280 million. When the host finished speaking, all the female guests on stage turned pale. But regret has no cure. Even if they felt sorry now, it was already too late. This 2014 episode later went viral across Chinese social media, drawing millions of views and comments. The story of a construction worker rejected by all 24 women, only to be revealed as the boss of a multi-billion yuan company, sparked heated debate. One side believed that the women on the show were too materialistic, too quick to judge based on appearance, profession, and current finances. They overlooked the man's inner qualities, his dreams, and his tireless effort. This group felt that such superficiality and obsession with material things are causing many young people today to miss the chance to find sincere, genuine love. On the other hand, some believed that if they were in those women's shoes, they would feel the same. A middle-aged man who introduced himself as a cement worker, with no degree, no home, no assets, saying he needed at least 5 years to build his business, and still had elderly parents to care for, might not inspire confidence. For someone with no deep emotional connection to him, it would be hard to step into such a relationship. After all, love can't be built on kindness and sympathy alone. That's why many argued that the show was deliberately manipulating public opinion, portraying the female guests as shallow and materialistic, when in fact, reality is far more complex and nuanced.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think women like that exist anymore. For modern women, or here in the West too, modern women, I don't think they take chances anymore. They just don't. It's like either you have it or you don't. You can have, like him. He said like he had much experience in everything, cement work, carpentry, all that. A smart woman could have heard that and been like, okay, this guy's older. He probably has connects. He has contacts. He said he had customers. He knows the ins and outs of the industry. This dude is gonna make it. Let me help this dude out and take a chance on him. But the thing is, women, they don't take risks like that anymore. It's like you either 100% guaranteed get it, or they just will not. They just will not take a chance. So, yeah.
One question raised by viewers was, why is a person who just met you expected to share all your burdens and accept every hardship when there isn't even any emotional foundation yet? Is that really fair? Personally, I believe the show provided too little information, leading to one-sided judgments. Whether two people can go far together doesn't rely only on initial emotions. It also depends on many factors like personality, values, family background, career, and education. If we imagine a woman who is educated, successful, and attractive, how likely is it that she would easily match with a man who only introduced himself as a cement worker without offering any other background? Probably not very likely. Of course, some women making harsh, judgmental remarks on national television wasn't appropriate. It could even be called rude and disrespectful. But this story also reflects an undeniable reality of modern society. Material wealth is becoming increasingly valued in relationships. And it's not just women. Men also often use material standards to judge one another. Still, if we only criticize women as being too materialistic today, that would be unfair.
Like, I think a bigger flex is the amount of children you have. Because, like, truthfully, like, your cars and your fucking houses and shit. What fucking... why does that matter as much as... That shouldn't matter as much as children. For me, at least. I think a man... If I see a dude with 10 cars and a dude with 10 children, I know who the richer man is. But it depends on what type of person you are. If you are like materialistic and you don't give a fuck and you don't see like the beauty in it, and you probably don't give a fuck about brotherhood either, you no.
Fair. From both perspectives, women should learn to appreciate a man's character, integrity, and inner values. Those are the things that truly endure in a lasting marriage. And men, instead of blaming women for not wanting to endure hardship with them, should focus more on working hard, improving themselves, and building their own value. Because the values you build for yourself, those are the most precious things that will accompany you for the rest of your life. So what about you? Do you think the women on the show were too materialistic? If you were in their position, would you be willing to start a relationship with a man you just met, who has no assets, no education, but is full of dreams and determination? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We'd really
He didn't just test the women, he tested the values of an entire culture. Pretending to be broke was the smartest move he ever did. If women can test men for money, men should be allowed to test women for sincerity. This 280 million CEO might have been pretending to be poor, but it's really exposed the materialistic attitudes in Chinese dating culture. Respect to him for not flashing his wealth up front. He was looking for love, not admiration. If you can't love me at my lowest, then you don't deserve me at my highest. This is why some people stay single. Not because they can't find love. It's because they're looking for something real. The show didn't represent anything. The women had a chance to ask questions, but they didn't. Ask about his values and character. They only focused on the material things. I have a friend who was a taxi driver. He met a woman more than 10 years ago as one of his passengers. My friend and this woman started dating. And soon after being together for 2 years, they decided to get married. After being married for 5 years, the couple now own their own taxi company. They now have 3 kids, and they also now have 12 units taxis. Other than the taxi company, they also own a couple of grocery stores, one where they live and other one near the woman's parents. I truly believe men and women, when they work together, that is the best thing. Because right now, a lot of women, they think the same as a man, essentially, when it comes to like relationships and stuff. A lot of women just do not want to help a man build. But the thing is, these women don't really build themselves. I don't know. And if you do let the woman build, the woman is not gonna respect you. I'm gonna be honest. The woman is gonna cheat on you. The woman is not gonna respect you. You have to be on top. Like that shit is just common sense. Anyway, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I catch you boys on the next one. Take care of yourself.